That's why I might tell my wife, do you want 2 really good minutes?
Yeah.
Or 30 mediocre minutes, okay?
2 minutes. This guy's fucking marathon runner over here. All right, guys. We are here. We have a special guest who's gonna put me through the fucking ringer today. We've been talking about doing this for a minute. Like, we almost tried to link up last year, one of the other shows, and it didn't work out. And even here, we were like kind of fucking around. I was fucking around with him on times, but we're here. We made it. We're at the New Tech Gym. This place is ridiculous. Crazy amount of equipment. It's fucking busy, obviously. It's Olympia weekend. It's hot as balls in here, so if I'm sweating profusely, it's not because I'm fat and out of shape. It's because it's very hot. It's also going to be because Eric's probably going to try and fucking obliterate me here, so we'll kind of take this all together as a culmination. But so yeah, I'm just going to let him take the reins on this one. I firmly believe on like the sentiment of like always being a student of the game, like with bodybuilding. Like, I've been doing this for 25 years, 20 years. Like, I have a way that I do things that still changes even to this day. Like, how I train now versus how I train when I was competing is different. And I'm always like open to trying something different. So, you know, Eric definitely does some different shit than I do. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying his shit, and maybe I'll take some stuff out of it that I like, and we'll learn and grow and all be better bodybuilders together, right?
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, such an honor. Like, if you were to tell me I was going to be standing here with Aaron a couple years ago on his channel, like putting him through a workout, I would have said that's crazy. And I think that it's been fun, and it's a testament to you guys, and like obviously getting behind me and being open-minded, because I know a lot of times it looks performative. It looks like I'm doing a lot just for the gram or just for videos. But this type of training has changed my life, and it's been fun to like share that with people. So to have Ian be open-minded, because he's one of the strongest dudes. He's somebody I've looked up to for so long. I loved his physique when he was competing. It was somebody that I just didn't quite understand when like the placements weren't going your way. So it was frustrating to me. But to be here and be in your presence and having you allowing me in your space is fucking dope, man.
Yeah, so man, I'm excited. So let's get after it.
Let's go. Enough of that.
Ooh, I don't know what we're doing first, but it is hot in here.
All right, here we go.
All right.
We got it now. Okay, so we're gonna start with a unilateral pull down. So the reason I like to start with a pull down, obviously, instead of starting with a heavy hip hinge, then you're not really warmed up. You get a really nice stretch. We want to think we're pulling sagittal plane here, so we want to be pulling in front of body. So what I'm going to do, instead of lining up all the way under the pad, and this is something that's helped my lat development so much, I'm actually going to like set myself back slightly. You can use something like this, or something that you're going to be able to like almost grab onto. So you can use it like this, probably like tuck it underneath. That way we have something.
Lean back a bit and hold on to it. And so it's staying more in front of you, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because like obviously if guys are staying directly under it, their like natural inclination is going to be like to pull in tight.
Into chest, yes.
Yeah. So you want to sit back and have it down into the lat more.
Correct, right. Yeah. You want to pull into that hip pocket. So what we're going to do is set the most important part of the setup in terms of if we're talking about like which knee is going to have more weight in it, it's going to be that pulling arm. So I want to plant this knee under this pad. So here. And then I want to be set back. So you see, instead of being essentially over it, because I don't want to be here.
Yeah, no, you're kind of leaned back into it a bit.
And I realized this was not a dual stack, it's a fucking single stack.
I saw you start with that, I'm like, damn, I'm in for a fucking treat here. Right? This is what we're warming up with.
So what I want to think about is I want to scoop my butt over on the seat. So that way, now I can be more in line.
In line with it,
Yep, right here. And I want to think.
Drive low.
Into that elbow, in that hip pocket. Then I use this just to lightly almost like hold myself up, because I don't want to be like feel like I'm falling back. It gives us a little extra leverage here. So you still want to reach with lat. So I don't want to be here. The biggest mistake I see is guys turning here.
Trying to really reach and just extending the shoulder.
All you're doing is reaching through. You're shifting the emphasis out of lat.
Yeah.
You're shifting into bicep and rear delt.
Yeah, I agree.
So I want to be here, neutral grip the whole time, looking it in, and then dragging that elbow into hip pocket. And you can see when I hit that eccentric, I want to think almost as much forward towards mechanism as I do straight up. So instead of thinking pulling straight into chest, I almost pull down.
Yeah, down into pocket, like you said.
Yep, and then kind of push that elbow forward
Yep.
on the eccentric. Find stretch, then drag in. Right here, we're just gonna get a nice little lead in set.
Yep.
And so another thing is, so almost I like almost punch myself in the face with my delt.
Yeah.
Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to match that alignment of the lat as well as I can by almost biasing slightly away from the pulling side.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
So instead of being, like a lot of times people will try to stretch like this and turn this way.
Yeah.
You actually want to turn the other way.
Yeah, of course.
So
you want to come
can,
across, yeah.
And so we kind of want to keep this angle at the torso about the same. Even though I'm stretching lat here, I'm not changing this hip angle forward. That kind of pushing forward towards mechanism.
Yeah.
Finding it here and then looping it down and in into that pocket.
Okay. So this arm's gonna be holding this side. Get this one tucked here.
And then
scoot to this side.
Correct. Then you almost want to, see how you're biasing shoulders this angle? You almost want to bias away from it. So see how you angle this way? You want to angle that way.
Angle this way. It's like that way.
Correct. And then I want you to stretch, but with lat. Straighten arm completely and stretch lat. Feel that? And then drag it in. That's it. That's it. And you see how, as you
I feel that through my lat big time.
Yeah, and then as you see how as you stretch higher, it almost, the deeper stretch you get almost all the way through.
Yep.
Like all the way through lower lat, almost like damn near the hip. That's it, man.
Yeah, good.
That was really nice. Do you ever use grips for back or not really?
I use straps and grips quite a bit, yeah.
That's it. And so, as you can see, there's so much fucking torque and we've got such good leverage because you're coming across body. So even in stretch, when most of the time you're up here, now we're here and we can literally drive across. And even in stretch, we're gonna get a ton of still lat recruitment all the way down through that kind of hip pocket.
Yeah.
Nice,
I
right?
feel that. Yeah, I feel that, especially like when you really extend up, you really feel that pull through the lat.
Yep. All right, so now we're gonna hit some like true working sets, 2 hard working sets. I like to be in that 7 to 12 rep range, but if it ends up being 6 and they're fucking great reps,
they're good. Yeah.
We're good.
Cool.
I think that for this style of training, if you get down into the fucking 4, I just think you're just probably not in.
I agree.
You're not queuing in enough.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I like things kind of in that like 6 at the lowest, 12. Nice. Good. Come on. Nice, good power. Good. Nice, come on. Good. There we go.
Oh, okay, good. Woo.
Nice set.
Brutal. But I think that's one of the big misconceptions about the training style is that it's light.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I guess the question all the time. So why do you go light with like more tempo? Like I'm like, this is what a lot of people would like.
Yeah.
2-hand pull down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With
Yeah, I mean, it's all relative, obviously. I mean, you know, like it depends on the exercise you're doing, you know, and I also think it depends on the position you're putting yourself in. But like, you know, I think people will see one specific thing and they'll be like, it's light, but then they would, you know, try and do it and it wouldn't be light at all, you know, like.
Yeah, but it's also, I don't want anything to ever feel light.
Yeah.
I just want it to feel controlled, like I can get it in that target muscle.
Yeah, you want to control, but you're still obviously trying to like maximize that tension, mechanical tension put on the muscle.
Because like load is still a very important factor
Of course, yeah.
What makes this shit effective.
Good. Nice. Come on. Good control. Good. Come on.
I knew Ian would not be changing the weight.
Good range. So if I'm like at the lower end of the range, I'm fine with that.
Watch him just get 30. Yep. Reach, 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 reach. Dig. That's it. That's nice. Reach. Dig. Good. Those are perfect. Good, I'm with you now. Bias away a bit again. Find that bias. The other way, other way, other way. There we go. 2 more. Reach, reach, all that, all that. Dig. There you go, 1 more, just like that. Drag it. Yes. Fuck yeah.
Woo. Feel that?
Crazy stimulus, right?
That's good, yeah.
Drag that fucker. Yep. Big reach, 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 reach. Drag. That's it. That's it. Last one, we're gonna go big stretch. Reach, more. More, 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 more. Drag. Yeah, now slowing me up like you're doing more.
One more to that, yeah.
Let's go, let's go. I'm with you. Drag it in. Yes. That's a fucking 6 set. That's money, man. That was terrific.
Feels good. And that is, it's like, I didn't know what it's just probably that's a lot heavier than you think, you know? Like that's a heavy, that was like 5 on my own, you know?
Tricks.
That's just not light, for sure, so. Definitely a good chunk of weight on there.
Yeah.
Way too optimal.
I'm an optimal bro in my retirement now, you know?
Yeah. I gotta keep him. I gotta keep him healthy now. You're next. You're next on the list. I'm chipping him off.
Yeah, no, for sure, man.
I got Guy the other day.
Be fun to get you down to Houston and get you to.
Dude, I'd love to.
Yeah.
It'd be an awesome experience.
Good. Good. Good.
That's what. Take it. One more.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Good set. Good. 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 Let's go. Yep.
Oh, fuck. That looks perfect, dude. Big reach across face. Drag. Money. Yep.
One more.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
So
It's good.
I know you're probably thinking, why am I holding your hand to spot you instead of grasping?
No.
What
I hold guys' hands all the time.
What I actually do like about the hand
Clip that.
spot.
Clip that. I hold guys' hands all the time.
It's me just fucking holding your hand. But what you know then is how much I'm giving you.
Yeah.
It's because if you're holding up there, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you give me none, some.
Yeah, you can feel the
So when I
pressure
push
against the hand.
against your hand, you know
Yeah.
where I'm at and where
Yeah.
I'm giving it, like how much force I'm actually giving
It's the same thing. Like, I wasn't doing it there with you, but you're right. And you know, like same thing if you're just wanting to go on like a quad extension versus
Yeah.
like pushing the machine versus like kind of grabbing their ankles or like
Yeah,
a hand
you
curl.
can feel it.
Using the ankles, like pushing it so they can feel how much pressure you're giving them.
That's why when I spot deadlifts, I'm like really up on them and I get in
Yeah.
it and I push hips so I can really, like, they can feel the hip drive on the bottom, from out of the bottom. That's it. Yep. Keep that shoulder back. There it is. So that's, yeah, now you're keeping the stretch and lat more when you don't let that shoulder start to push forward as the set progresses. Good. Just gonna hop in just to be there, but you got it. Good. Nice. Yep. Come on. Reach. More. Drag out. Good. Let me know if you want one more.
Yep.
You got it. Let's drag it. Yeah. That's nice. Great set.
That's good.
That was really nice.
Beauty.
You really found it there.
Yeah, I found that last couple, I really felt it there.
Yeah, so what I was saying is like, what I was noticing as
it was the shoulder, you're right. Like
as your set progressed, you just wanted to, it's just natural. You're going to want to, instead of being here,
yeah,
you're going to want to come around.
Yeah.
Because then it feels.
And you set that shoulder back so that the stretch is through the lat, pulling through the lat and not through just like the shoulder, rear delt, bicep, like feel that difference.
Yeah, all right, so that's all. Like, I've been like a very big 2 hard sets.
All right, well, we're done.
In and
See
out,
you guys.
that's the workout. Great job. But volume has changed so much for me. Instead of thinking, okay, I need to do 20 hard working sets today, will probably be 6 hard working sets in lats, 2 to 3 for upper back, / like rear delt.
Yeah.
And then that's probably gonna be full back volume for today. So like 9 hard working sets for back specifically. And I think that methodology shift has helped me so much in terms of like prioritizing each set, because if I know I only have that many
you put
sets,
everything into it.
I'm gonna fucking give it everything. So
100%.
I'd be like, okay, I've got fucking 20 sets. I'll just, you know,
no,
I'll save them.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that too. And I had that shift in my career at some point too, where, you know, like, because at first you think you're training hard until you learn really how to train hard. So you hear the idea of guys doing like 2 sets and you're like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But then when you actually like feel it, which obviously you know how, and I've learned how to really give like 100% on a set, you realize that 20 sets is just not doable, you know? Like it's not sustainable when you're doing sets that deep, that hard, like that proper. So I think anyone, ask yourself the question, if you are completing 20 sets, what's the effort and quality actually being put into that, you know? So, and if you're able to sustain that over months, I don't know, I can't do it.
Yeah, that's why I might tell my wife, do you want 2 really good minutes?
Yeah.
Or 30 mediocre minutes, okay?
2 minutes, this guy's fucking marathon runner over here.
Get a better line of force, but second of all, you don't have to worry about fucking topping out
of course,
stack. And also, we don't want that force
to then
start to curve up.
Yeah,
we want it to be coming.
Yeah, you want to be
back.
in that curve. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, it's something I speak about my shit too is like getting your right alignment, especially with like cable-based movements and stuff like that.
So the other thing is I've changed about these. I used to be very much so like turned down.
Okay.
Now I've kind of turned it to 45.
45. Okay.
And what I found is, if you're going to be here, you're going to be a lot in terries and like kind of
yeah,
back.
of course, yeah.
So when I want to set myself back away from mechanism, so I don't have this force curve start to curve up at the end. I want it to be in a line, and I want to match my angle from torso, so from hip to shoulder, I want to match the angle of where that cable is. So this is a little bit how it looks. Here, I stagger stance too, because where I'm at in terms of strength on these, I'm going to be starting to get pulled forward.
Yeah. And then you're doing so much like abdominal contraction to resist that force.
So now I'm here, I'm just going to match, set back. I'm going to start by locking lats in place here. About a 45 with the hands. I'm still gonna get a stretchy lat, but you see how my lats are still on here?
Yeah.
So even if I'm in stretch, lats still on, then I'm gonna try to just shoot it right into that hip pocket. And I'm not as much standing up as I am just kind of exposing chest towards the bottom of the rep. So what I'm doing is just kind of pulling the chest open.
Yeah. Good there at the top?
Yep.
Or would you extend more?
Right there. Just enough so we can keep in lat. Yep. Yep. Try not to shrug the shoulders, try to drop them down and in. Yes. That's it. These look nice. Hi, Phil.
Good.
Yep. That's perfect. See how he's not over contracting at that bottom range? After a certain point, you're not getting lats anymore. You're just gonna be pulling in with biceps, and probably realistically, even chest can take over once you pass a certain point. You turn into like a chest pullover. These are perfect. Nice.
Yep.
Good, 1 and 2 more.
Nice.
One more.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Whew.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you feel those? It's good.
Yeah.
And you're right, like, for me at the bottom end of the movement, the first couple, I felt the need mentally to want to like force it in.
Force it in.
But the ones where I just like pulled it just to where I felt in the lat, so like it wasn't quite like tucking in, contracting bicep and chest, like you said, just hitting it into where I felt that tight contraction in the lat, felt way better.
Yeah, so
Like really extending and then just driving it in just to here in the lat, locking it in, you know?
and there's a reason that you can do dumbbell pullovers for chest and lats.
Yeah, yeah.
And the reason is because they're both involved in shoulder reduction. But insofar as here, we're gonna be lat. But then when you get to here and you start to do this,
Yeah.
now you see how you can start to get into chest.
Yeah.
So we wanna think here just that we can keep into that pocket and then right
Tuck
back
it right
up.
in, yeah.
We can now get benefit from here, from stretch, being here and then dragging in.
Yeah.
So that's why I always tell people, focus more on the stretch phase than you do on the contraction phase, especially on a pullover.
Cool.
Those look terrific.
All good? Good. Nice, come on. Nice, come on. Good.
Wow.
Ooh. I was gonna say that's the J special. He'd be all over me if he saw that.
But that's where I'll allow myself a little bit
Yeah,
of levity. On the last working set where I've locked in, I proved to myself,
you've got out
okay,
of
I've
that.
got 8 solid reps with crazy good form. Now I can get a little athletic with it.
Sure.
But I just think,
I've been trying to tell you this. That's what we said.
I was like, this is the J special.
They shit on me all the time because I'll do my good sets.
Okay, wait.
Reps.
I don't shit on him because he does that. I shit on him because his reps are always bad, and then they get worse.
and then it's like, it goes from bad to
It goes from
terrible.
lots of body English to tons of body English, you know? Where like,
Yep. Yeah. That looks perfect. It's like really good. If anything, I'll probably just do some stretch partials on my last set of these as an intensifier,
okay.
which I don't think is necessary for all you guys watching. If you get to true failure with good working weight, let's say 0 to 2 RIR, then you're gonna be fine. You don't need to be doing stretch partials every set.
I agree.
Try to kill yourself. If you're a very high level athlete and on the last set of something, you wanna add them, I think it could be a good way to just drive a little extra stimulus, because I'd rather you do stretch partials than try to throw a rep and take over with biceps or whatever you ever need to, lower back momentum to finish a rep. That's not gonna do anything for your back. It's just gonna fucking destroy you from a CNS perspective. Second casualty of war. Good. Big reach. Yes. Oh yeah.
Good, come on. There we go. Working,
Let's get
come
a
on.
stretch partial. I got it.
Yep. There. Nice.
Fuck.
Good set.
You might have been onto something with that foot forward. You might have been onto something with that foot forward, a little more leverage.
Yeah, one each like you had, it actually felt nice.
Yeah. 101, 102. This last here. Perfect. You're pretty good at this stuff, man. Have you done it before? Yes. See how he keeps nice tucked chin too? There you go. Let's go partial this last one. Let's go. 1 or 2 more. Hell yeah. Ooh, really, really nice.
That was good.
That's good. And just like that, we're done with these. That's why I always find it funny when people on my Instagram be like, "Well, that workout must have taken you 3.5 hours." I'm like, no, because I go right into my working sets, and I'm done in like 55 minutes.
Yeah. No. How fast you, like, I assume you don't time your rests.
No.
You go intuitively.
Yes.
And when you're trying to go, like when you feel ready to perform, are you trying to move at a fast pace? Like, what's kind of your intent behind like your pace in a workout?
Number one is just going to be aerobic. So if I'm always going to be able to recover faster from like a tricep push down.
Of course.
Than I am from a fucking super heavy upper back row.
Yeah, deadlift or something. Yeah.
Deadlift, yes.
Yeah.
So if I'm doing like a hip hinge, of course I might take a 2 to 4 minute rest.
Sure.
So aerobic is always going to be number one.
Yeah.
Like I never want my lugs to be a limiter.
Yeah.
For a movement. Number two is just the overall tax of the movement. Like sometimes you see me do my crazy leg press sets.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm 4 to 6 minutes between those sets. Yeah. So it's just going to be a matter of gauging, first of all, how many like muscle groups were involved, how large are those muscle groups, how taxing was the movement, aerobically am I good? And then when I can say all those, check all those boxes, then I'm ready to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I'm in the same camp, yeah. And we talking about on my shit all the time of like, not in getting those other things to be limiting factors, like you said. You know, like the cardio and things like that becoming a limiting factor in it. And just like kind of check those boxes and obviously taking into account of like, what is the movement? How do I feel? Like checking the box of like, do I feel ready to perform? You know, am I out of breath? Like things like that, and make sure you're ready to perform at the highest level possible for that set without like being fucking lazy. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're yapping and you're fucking spending 10 minutes on Instagram, like don't use this as don't use our talk here now as
I got 10 minutes.
Yeah, right? Almost drop down. So you see how I drop down, that shoulder down? I'm gonna reach with lat. Drop right in that pocket. I like to have hand here so I can come in. So I'm not rotating, I'm actually just shifting
pushing into it.
the forward so I can really match that alignment and then dragging out. Austin, just slightly up at the end.
Okay.
It's like a Nike
so going
swoosh.
Down. And
it's like a Nike swoosh.
Come on. That seems pretty heavy.
It was rather hefty.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try it, but
that's very heavy.
Yeah.
That's probably the heaviest I've done these. Nice and low, that's perfect. Looks nice. Yep. Yep. Good, way to reach with neutral grip. That's perfect. Yep. Nice.
we're gonna fly back into the...
When they see it online, they're like, they probably don't even look at the weight.
No.
They're like, oh.
They just see the technique, so they assume that the weight is light.
Correct. Yep. Come on, neutral, neutral. How'd you like those?
Good, feels good. I'd say your eccentrics are a little bit slower, but like the overall like premise and like the positions you're trying to get yourself in to like hit the muscle, I think like in the overall like premise of what we're trying to do is very similar, you know? I think there's some small technical differences that are personal preference, habit, whatever, but I think the overall thing is like, it doesn't feel that much different, but like only in good ways that I feel different. It's like a nice stretch and things like that. It's not like I'm like, oh yeah, this is why, you know, it feels good. Like,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's either you're providing enough mechanical tension and stimulus and progressive overload to grow.
Yeah.
And like, it's just how are you progressively overloading and are you actually targeting the correct muscle group?
Exactly.
And are you able to recover and come back and do it again without being injured or feeling like garbage?
Yeah.
Like, if you check all those boxes,
Yeah.
if you are an athlete where you can just fucking grip and rip and
Yeah.
grow and you feel great,
Go for it.
fucking go for it. But
Yeah.
for most people, you're
Yeah.
not like a Keon, you're not a
Yeah,
person
yeah.
that's like the 1% of the 1% of the population
Sure.
who like could have done probably any sport,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
decided to do bodybuilding. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's like
No.
the difference is, you know, you're not that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. No, with everything we're doing, I can definitely like feel we're on the intended muscle, like in a really good way.
thank you. Whew. There you go. Yep. Good. One more. Drag. Nice. That was really good.
Eh.
Come on.
Yep.
Nice job. Hell yeah. Woo. That's sick.
Feel that? It's good.
You want to do one by to finish out?
Sure.
Let's do it.
I like trying new shit, you know, like I'm not ever like closed-minded to think that I have the fucking secrets to the universe on anything, you know? And like, if you guys have been watching my YouTube for years, you've probably heard me say things 3 years ago that I say something different today. And I say something different in 3 years than I might say today. And none of them I'm saying with like
so I just
a surety.
the body to get the
You know, I'm speaking of to what I've experienced from my 15, 20, 25 years in the gym. 25 might be a bit, I said that twice now. I've only been training for 15 years.
Is this where
18
Ian,
years.
is this where Ian says that off camera that this workout was terrible?
No, I was just saying, I was like, I never think I'm someone that like has the like answers to the universe and when it comes to training.
Yeah.
You know, like that I'm always like to try something new. And I said even in my, if you went back and watched my YouTube 5 years ago, things that I would be doing or saying then might be a little different than they are now. And in 5 years from now, they'll be different than they are today.
Which they should be.
Yeah, and what I train now is like a culmination of everything in the past and then everything from the 5 years ago till today, which is different.
Different,
You
yeah.
know, and I've taken things from, little things from a million people I've trained with, you know, some more than others, and some just from what I felt I liked and what felt good for me and what I noticed like progress just anecdotally off of. But I mean, you know, that's why I like training and just like trying new shit and not like, I'm not gonna come in here and be like, I've been training for, you know, fucking this much longer and I know I was second to the Arnold, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck, like, you know, and I think that you would be the same.
Of course.
If I wanted to put you through a workout,
100%.
that you have the way you do things, but you would be receptive to hear how I do things.
100%, always.
And that like we listen and we grow and that's kind of the end of it, you know?
I think this whole like debate is so dumb in terms of like old school versus new school. All the principles remain the same. Like you still have to drive stimulus. It's just like, by what means are you doing it? By what modalities? Like, But like, for this set of curls, like, yes, it's different than what like Ronnie did, but like, I'm still fucking curling.
You're still doing a curl.
I'm like,
Yeah.
like my elbow is now the pivot point, and like, I'm getting
Yeah.
flexion and extension at the elbow joint. Like there's no change there. It's just like, am I doing it a little bit more effectively based on like the angles and having back support? I would argue yes, but do dumbbell bicep curls still work? Absolutely.
No, look, I speak on mine. I'm a big advocate of doing things to put yourself in as much stable position as possible in a lot of things. So like, you know, obviously if you can seated curl versus like standing where you have to have more stabilization from it, I always think is generally gonna be better.
Just, I was curious out of your, because I've been playing around with this a little bit. Do you do like a limp wrist on like when you were on to really like lock into biceps and out of forearms?
Both. So
like,
I went through
I'm just curious.
I went through a period where I did limp wrists and I definitely felt like more stretch through it, or I did a period where I really focused on keeping not limp wrists. I don't know which one I like better, I'm not gonna lie. Are you a limp wrist?
Well, I was limp wristed when I was a kid, and then they broke my wrists when I was flapping around like that, so now I can't make them limp anymore, but they're stuck. No, I'm kidding, but yes. Biceps, since my forearms are so dominant,
Yeah.
I
let them relax out of it?
I relax so that I can keep it,
and just drag from the bicep.
drag out of the bottom. So I get back and stretch, find full stretch, almost open chest, and then I just try to drag out just biceps.
With grip on this and you know, you're talking about like having the limp wrist, would you be someone that you think there would be value in like really squeezing on tight, especially for like a bicep movement? For in the back, we're obviously trying to de-engage that. For on a bicep, you know, do you think like creating that tension, creating that torque, and really engaging to squeeze, do you think that has value, or do you like to let that kind of be a little more limp, have your grip be loose, and really just focus on the drag and the elbow flexion being the primary? You know?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think by creating squeeze, essentially, I think a lot of times you'll actually get out of target muscle. Like one of the things with Guy I was teaching with pressing, like the last thing you want to do is squeeze that handle, because you're going to tend to fucking go here. So if I'm squeezing here, I'm going to tend to want to, and see how that instantly pull shoulder forward. Now when I have back, I relax the hands and I think drag. You see how now the mentality is different than I'm squeezing? See how instantly like...
Yes, I find for me, and this is one of the things that I've just developed that I found works good for me, is I'm very like kind of mixed matchy on the squeeze. Like certain things on back, I'm 100% on board with you. I really like to relax my grip. I find if I squeeze, it definitely takes away from my back. And like my engagement from my elbow drive definitely diminishes. Certain things though, like shoulder exercises, I don't squeeze a lot. Pressing though, for me, where I'm extremely shoulder and tricep dominant, I find I really have to squeeze to like kind of engage that tension to really focus on like creating like internal like torque. You know, so I'm like squeezing and trying to pull things together to like kind of really create that. Or for me, I just feel like front delta. There's some injury things and other things over the years, which I didn't always feel that way. But where I'm at training now, for chest is the only one that I feel, and some arm stuff I really like to squeeze on. But I agree with you in the sense that if you find, it's one of those things you need to play around with to feel how it feels on the intended muscle. Like if you're feeling stronger but less on the muscle versus you're feeling weaker, you know what I mean? For your grip, I think that I kind of adjust it based off of like getting more on the muscle versus off. You know, like on the back, I feel like I'm definitely more on my lat. And I'm engaging my biceps, stuff like that, versus other things, you know, I think some guys are the opposite, right?
So yeah, if you're getting better engagement, better mind-muscle connection, better recruitment, using one thing over the other, like just because I like to have a looser grip, like say I'm pressing, I actually use fat.
I used to like very relaxed prep for press forever. I always did. And it's only actually been since I've retired that I've kind of changed that. And I think one of the things for me too is since I like retired, I did definitely lose some like pressing strength. So I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna like try and go crazy with my pressing. I'm just gonna try and really build that like connection to engage in my chest. So I've been playing around with like different little tips and tidbits of like things that I can try to engage it, whether it's a grip change, an elbow angle, like things like that. And I definitely haven't perfected my process of what I think feels the best to really like light up my chest. But some things like that, which for other muscles I don't feel at all work, but for certain things I find do, you know?
Absolutely. So I think it's just like finding what works for you, but also, you know, I would be interested to see using that same mentality of squeezing, but using the fat grips. Oh man,
I've never done much pressing with fat grips.
I do like every time, like now I do any type of like machine press that has like the handles, I fucking toss those fat grips on it. Oh my God. You get to be out in the outside of your hands. You can still squeeze, but then you fucking...
position is putting your wrist in.
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
I haven't done much of it. Like I've definitely used it for like cable-based movements, you know, like a cable press, cable fly, stuff like that. This. And
then I can almost just push forward towards the mirror. So, because if I put it too mid, when we get to peak contraction, it's like no tension, because now it's basically stacking that elbow joint. But now you still have tension, right? And you have great tension and stretch, great still resistance profile up into contraction, because that cable angle is still going from lower. And so like towards the end of the set, I actually even use a little body English, so I kind of reach up and stretch. So once you get to the back, almost push chest up and hips forward, and then you kind of shoot them back as you curl. Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like perfect. Yep. Nice.
There you go. Come on. Good.
Oh my God. Yep. Last one. A couple more, let's go. Yeah. That's nice. Drag. Yeah.
Thought I had it. Fight it.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Good to see you.
That's a better
Yeah,
meeting.
good. Things are good?
Yeah, not bad.
Let's go.
One more.
Yep. You get negative. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was heavy.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Thank you, man. Whew. Got a good sweat on.
Oh my god, I'm drenched. This fucking thing's drenched.
All right, guys, that is a wrap. I'm sweating my balls off in here.
Oh my god.
Eric put me to work in this. This is a good gym. I mean, the facility's good. We got to use a couple pieces that I'd never used before. We got to do some exercises I've never done before. So, I really appreciate you taking the time and putting me through it. It's always exciting for me to try something different. I really like to try new things. I'm not like ever someone that's like closed-minded to the opportunity of like that I can't improve something or feel something different. I know I haven't done every variation of every exercise, even though I have been training a long time. So just, to have you come out, put me through something, I really appreciate it. So thank you.
Awesome, man. And thank you guys. And for all you guys watching that have kind of embraced me in the bodybuilding community, which I know it's gonna be a lot of the viewers on this channel, like a huge thank you for me, because I feel like an imposter every day, as I'm kind of like Ian, where I always found love for training, but I really didn't get into bodybuilding like till later, about 3 or 4 years ago.
Sure.
And so for you guys to kind of see past, oh, Eric the influencer, and kind of take my stuff a little, at least somewhat seriously, is really cool. So really appreciate it.
I think you've shown that there can be, like, even though you're doing something different, people might made jokes or whatever time that you were an influencer, which I think you moved past because you showed that prowess on stage and showed continued progression. And I think that's what people respect. I think if, guys are doing fancy pants exercises, but they look the exact fucking same for 20 years, people are like, well, why would I listen to you? They can play steroid cards, genetic cards, all these things, but people might not agree with you in certain things that you do, but you can't deny that you've made progress doing what you've been doing, and you've remained healthy doing it. So, I think for everybody, whether you agree or disagree with someone's training style, I think there's something we can learn from everybody. And I think when people become like fixed and rigid in their like viewpoints and like stop being a student, I think is like when you stop making progress. So I think, for you, to share this with me, I think has been really great. And I think for you to, be showing something different than people are traditionally doing, but still making really good progress and like, focusing on like keeping things healthy and, full range of motion, all this kind of stuff. I think you really attack it from a good angle. And I think people are really buying into that. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hopefully I'll be back on the channel at some point.
We'll have him back. Leg day.
Oh yeah, baby.